reporting. Let's talk about the stimulus debate in the Senate. With me now is Democratic Senator Bob Menendez of New Jersey. Welcome, Senator, and good morning. I wonder what your and the Democrats' plan is, other than maybe a lot of coffee, to deal with what has been clear that is going to be Republicans doing everything they can to drag out this debate, reading every word of the bill, reading every word of the amendment. What are you going to do about that? And are you sure you have all 50 Democrats on board as a yes?
Well, Poppy, you know, Republicans can do everything they want to stop direct payments to families, to help people keep their homes and apartments, to get our children back to school, to get more vaccinations into the arms of Americans so that we're all safer and healthier. If that's what the course that they choose to do, so be it. We will persevere. We will stay here as long as is necessary this week, and I do believe that we will have the votes necessary to get it passed.
You do. Okay. So, as you know, the $15 minimum wage was stripped out of it because of the Senate parliamentarians' ruling. You supported a $15 minimum wage in your state of New Jersey. However, you have not at least yet signed on to that standalone bill in the Senate introduced in January for a federal $15 minimum wage. And I thought the Washington Post editorial board had an interesting take yesterday. They say that Democrats should work on a more modest raise, maybe something along the lines of the $11 federally that Joe Manchin is behind. Do you think they're right?
No, I think we should still strive for the $15 minimum wage. I've always supported the minimum wage, and I will again. The bottom line is some of the amounts being suggested are lower than even some of the states where Republicans are saying, well, let's go with a lower minimum wage. It's lower than in the states that they come from. So, you know, the reality is what we need to do is reward work. And at the end of the day, if you work hard, play by the rules, and are still at the poverty level, something is wrong with that.
Let's talk foreign policy, obviously, because you chair the Senate Foreign Affairs Committee. I have a lot of questions on this front, but let's just begin with the murder of journalist, an American resident, Jamal Khashoggi. You said last week the Biden administration has a responsibility to send a global message that you cannot kill someone with impunity and get away from it, and that the administration needs to go beyond where it has gone on condemning specifically the Crown Prince, Mohammed bin Salman. Do you believe that the Biden administration gave him a pass?
Well, I'm not of the belief yet that this is the end all of the Biden administration's actions. I do applaud the president for doing what President Trump refused to do, which is to make the report public, something that when I was the ranking senior Democrat before I became the chairman, called upon under the Magnitsky Law to do. Trump wouldn't do it. President Biden has. That creates global shame for the Crown Prince. I do appreciate that they are recalibrating their relationship with Saudi Arabia. But I do think that there are, in the universe of potential actions and sanctions, including looking at our arms sales to Saudi Arabia, actions that would be more specific and that I think would send that global message, and I hope the administration.
So let me ask it this way. If the administration does not directly sanction Mohammed bin Salman, which there is precedent for sanctioning global leaders in the past 3 administrations, by the way, is that, and continues with arms sales to Saudi, is that giving him someone who could lead that kingdom for decades to come, a pass?
Well, if in fact we do nothing, then we fail to send the global message. The person who ultimately gave him the ultimate pass was President Trump, or we wouldn't be in the situation we are today. But the reality is I do believe that the administration should go further, and I think that they may. And until I see that they don't, I'm not ready to say that they have given him a pass.
Okay, let me get your reaction to this rocket attack that the U.S. is investigating now. Obviously, it was this week. It was on U.S. forces in Iraq. There's one contractor who died of a heart attack, and the Pentagon, as you know, is saying that's as a result of the attack. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken is saying the U.S. will take appropriate action. What is appropriate action in your mind?
Well, we have to, this is, from my perspective and my knowledge, this is once again Iran's surrogates in the region. They have given them green lights to make these types of attacks. There have to be consequences for that. There are many ways in which you can respond in a consequence. I think that should the president consider that there is another action to be taken in a military context similar to the one that he took in Syria, that he should come to the Congress before he takes such action.
Yes, I know you guys want to be in on all of that appropriately from the beginning. Let me end on this. In your neighboring state, New York, where I am, there are now 3 women who have come forward and accused Governor Cuomo of sexual harassment or inappropriate behavior. And back in December of 2017, you were not one of the senators who called on then Senator Al Franken to resign, but you did say that he's coming to terms with the implications of his ability to remain in the Senate after he was accused. And you said it's a moment of reckoning where women are finally feeling they can speak out about sexual harassment. When it comes to what these 3 separate women have said about Governor Cuomo, do you believe he is still capable to and fit to serve as New York governor?
Well, I take the women's allegations seriously. I believe at the end of the day, it is a question for the people of New York, for its legislature, and for the governor himself to come to. And I just don't prejudge the determination of allegations until they are ultimately verified, in which case then obviously there would be serious consequences for the governor.
Senator Bob Menendez of New Jersey, thank you.